Our story begins in Genesis 24, when Abraham, advanced in age, instructs his chief servant to go to Mesopotamia and seek a bride for Isaac. Abraham insisted that Isaac marry a young woman from his own country and kindred, not a Canaanite. Abraham is deeply concerned that Isaac should not marry a Canaanite, because he fears that this will draw Isaac away from worshiping the Lord. From Genesis chapter 9 onward, the Canaanites are frequently portrayed as being wicked. Abraham entrusts the important task of finding a wife for Isaac to his most reliable servant, the oldest of his household, who had charge of all that he had. After traveling over 400 miles, Abraham's servant arrived at Padan-aram. He brought his caravan to a well outside the city, and having faith in the Lord like his master Abraham, he prays at the well and asked the Lord for a sign that would let him know which young woman was to be Isaac's bride. We see God swiftly grants this request when a beautiful young woman came to the well carrying her water pitcher. She not only gave the servant a drink of water from her pitcher, but she also offered to draw water for his camels. These actions were the signs for which the servant had prayed, and he knew that this woman, Rebekah, was the young woman whom the Lord God has chosen for Isaac. When Abraham's servant asked Rebekah her name and the name of her family, he learned that she was the granddaughter of Nahor, Abraham's brother, and therefore was the grandniece of Abraham. Abraham's servant gives a lengthy speech informing Rebekah and her family of the nature of his mission and ensuring Rebekah's family that she will be well cared for. The servant then bestows gifts on the family to confirm his master's great wealth. Rebekah's father Bethuel and brother Laban acknowledge the divine providence of the situation and are convinced Rebekah should be Isaac's wife. With her family's blessing now behind her, Rebekah chooses to go to Canaan and indeed become Isaac's wife. One of the longest narrative episodes in the Bible concludes when Rebekah arrives at Abraham's homestead, and providentially, Isaac is the first person to meet her. The two become married and set the stage for our next chapter in the story of the patriarchs, as Rebekah eventually gives birth to twins, Esau and Jacob.